Throughout NBA history, as many of us know, that NBA players have struggled a lot and then earned such a handsome income that wasn't possible for their ancestors. Their past before joining the NBA was way harder than their present. They used to survive in the worst conditions. Even some of them were having no shelter. They somehow managed to survive on the footpaths or in cars. Here we are discussing the top 10 NBA players who spent their childhood in poverty. And with time, they changed their lifestyle, a lifestyle that everybody wants to live. Number 10. Allen Iverson. When Allen Iverson was born, his mother was just a teenager, and in a couple of years, her boyfriend was arrested by police under a case of drug dealing. Now it was a tough time for her to meet the expenses of her children, including Iverson and his two sisters. Iverson was also sent to jail for 4 months when he was a teenager on his brawl at a local bowling alley. After that, Iverson was sent to Richard Milburn High School. He has unusual basketball skills, which caught the attention of a coach at Georgetown University. This became the turning moment of his life when he was granted a scholarship in that high school, and later a chance to lead the school team for the tournament. In 1996, finally, he was offered a $9 million contract, which turns his life into a bright future. Number 9. Leon Powe. Leon Powe was just 2 years old when his father left the family. His mother had to struggle too much by working in different markets so that Leon Powe and his 6 siblings can have a good food. When Leon Powe was 7 years old, the home where they were living caught fire, so Powe and his family moved between shelters, motel rooms, and even cars. As Powe was the eldest one of his siblings, he also has to care for his younger siblings. All these tough conditions cannot change his future towards the NBA, and he got admission to Oakland Technical High School. Later, he was selected in California Golden Bears, a team of the University of California. After that, he got a contract from the Denver Nuggets and later traded to Boston Celtics. He made more than $2.5 million in the last 3 years. Number 8. Ben McLemore. McLemore spent his childhood in his St. Louis home, which was just less than 600 square foot, where McLemore often had to share space with his brothers and sisters. His mother worked at nights as a maid to fulfill the necessities of life. Ben's brother, who also used to contribute his part to the family income, was arrested and imprisoned for 15 years on armed burglary. Ben used to get free food as lunch and breakfast in school, which causes Ben's motivation to go to school. In 2011, Ben got admission to the University of Kansas, and in 2013 joined Sacramento Kings. He played as a shooting guard for the Kings and made $4 million last year. Number 7. Ben Wallace. Ben was a resident of a rural area of Alabama and the 10th among the 11 siblings and also the youngest of 8 brothers. His family was poor and his mother stitches all the clothes of family. They lived in a 3-bed home and were the last family in the community who got electricity connection. When other kids used to spend their pocket money on different toys and games, they took odd jobs to earn money. Once Ben needed $50 to register himself in a basketball camp hosted by Charles Oakley. So he had to cut people's hair to earn $3 each. By judging his skills in the basketball court, Oakley decided to take him under his mentoring before going professional. Ben played for community college and then for Virginia Union University. He played 16 seasons in the NBA and earned up to $91 million. Number 6. Larry Bird. Larry Bird was born near French Lick, Indiana. He is baby number 4 of 6 in his family. His father, Joe Bird, tried hard by working various jobs over the year, including construction and factory work, but often they don't have enough money to buy food. Due to the habit of drinking, Larry's father's income was sometimes spent on alcohol instead of food for the family. Larry also worked as a garbage man for French Lick. In 1976, Larry finally played basketball for Indiana State. After this, he signed a contract with Celtics, who paid him $3.25 million over 5 years. Number 5. Scottie Pippen. Pippen's childhood was not so much depressed, but in his teenage life, an accident happened which changed his life forever. His father worked in a paper mill, and one day he had a massive stroke that left him unable to walk and speak. He was moved onto a wheelchair for the rest of his life. He wasn't able to do work. Pippen never considered him poor. After this incident, Pippen sold his house and moved to another place where he got a chance to try his skills in basketball. By joining the basketball team, his life turned into a millionaire. Later, he bought his old home and renovated it to a modern and more comfortable place for his mother. Currently, his net worth is more than $50 million. Number 4. Zach Randolph. Randolph lived with his mother and 3 siblings in Marion, Indiana. His mother struggled hard to fulfill the needs of her family. Most of the time, they relied on food from the public welfares. Neighbor boys usually teased Randolph when he had to wear the same jeans to school for weeks. Once Randolph was arrested on stealing jeans from Walmart. Despite all of the legal troubles, his talent led him to Michigan State University, where he started his career in the NBA and earned more than $140 million annually. Number 3. Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony was just 2 years old when his father died due to liver failure. His mother Mary worked continuously as a housekeeper and tried her best to keep kids safe. Carmelo didn't score the best grades in school. However, he got a chance to show his skills at Oak Hill Academy. Later, Anthony showed his best performance in both academic and athletic fields. Before heading towards the NBA, he just played 1 season for university. Last season, he earned $25.5 million. Number 2. Mirza Teletovic. Mirza Teletovic is one of the best players in NBA history. He faced the Bosnian War when he was just 7 years old. At that time, there was a lack of food everywhere, which affected many lives. At one point, his house was also bombed, which left cracks in the wall. At the age of 15, he played professional basketball in Bosnia. Then he got a chance to play the Belgian Basketball League, where he got attention and moved to the Spanish ABC League and finally the NBA. Number 1. LeBron James. LeBron James was born on December 30th, 1984 in Akron, Ohio, America. His mother, Gloria James, was 16 years old but was not wealthy enough to look after her baby. Gloria was bouncing job to job and used to work all day and night so that she could meet LeBron's expenses, but she could not find any steady work. She even has to manage to find a place where they could live in between. She also has to deal with the passing of her mother. With the passing time, Gloria manages to live in her car with LeBron. Despite all of these hardships, she was a loving mother and always wanted to steal poverty and hunger from LeBron. Indeed, it was very hard for her without the support of her husband. LeBron's father was disappeared before LeBron's birth. In this way, LeBron lived his life with his mother and 2/3 of his life without a home, and many times even kicked out of his friends' apartments. But one day, LeBron was playing basketball with his friends and a man saw him playing basketball with awesome moves and a great grip on the game. The man was Bruce Caliker. He was looking for players for his new basketball team and was amazed by the young LeBron's game. He came to them and asked, "Do you like basketball?" And James replied, "It's my favorite sport." And then he asked boys to arrange themselves in a line and get ready for a 100-yard race. And as a result, LeBron won the race by 15 yards. He was then invited to practice to play basketball on a good scale. This moment becomes the turning point of James, and he later entered the NBA. Now his net worth is more than $480 million. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Thumbs up if you've liked it, and do hit the subscribe button so that you won't be missing out any interesting videos from now on.